So, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome to Happy Hour, this rendition of Happy Hour, January 20th, 2021. Or for those of you in Asia and Australia, I see you joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, January 21st, 2021. So, so as we continue with cultivating the Brahma Viharas, we've been cultivating um, metta, cultivating kindness, goodness, and going through these categories systematically, Diana and myself. I'll continue that tonight with a flavor of what has been happening today, which I feel affected by. As many of you might know, either those who are in the US are aware, those internationally, that the US, we just had an inauguration today. We have a new president in the US, and it affects many human beings, not just human beings, but it affects many beings all over the world. Um, these transitions do, and I wanted to, and the theme today in the inauguration, the message has been unity, coming together, and also a message of diversity to appreciate and respect all beings, all people, all beings who are different from us in so many ways. And this being an international Sangha, um, we are not limited by borders on this Zoom meeting of like hearted people. We all come together to cultivate um, as best as we're able to our kindness, our goodwill, our friendliness. Um, no matter where in the world we're coming from, our nationality, our languages, our color, our race, um, our sexual orientation, shape, size, age, you name it, whatever it is, we come together. We come together as community of human beings to cultivate our heart, to cultivate our goodness. So, continuing with that theme, as we practice the cultivation of metta, goodwill for others who are different from us, in this cultivation of unity, I was also wanted to share something that I was touched by um, in his inaugural address. Today, the new president of the U.S. shared a few lines from a song that inspired me, and I wanted to share that and drop that in as we get settled. So here are a few words. Um, the work and prayers of centuries have brought us to this day. What shall be our legacy? What will our children say? Let them say of me, I was one who believed in sharing the blessings I received. Let me know in my heart when my days are through. America, America, you can put in anything you want. Humanity, humanity, I gave my best to you. I gave my best to you. And those lines have been so inspiring for me to give our best. What is our best? So many answers can come up, and the best in our hearts, the cultivation of kindness, our goodwill, is a gift, is part of what is best we can give to others, to ourselves and the world, to give our best, to give our gift of goodwill, our gift of love, our gift of kindness. So, with that, let's practice. Let's cultivate our best. It doesn't happen randomly. Let's cultivate goodness. So, I'd like to invite you to settle and get into your meditation posture, if you will. Hmm. Landing, settling, arriving. Letting go of any tension as much as possible. Becoming aware of what is happening in this body and landing, arriving. Your sit bones, in your feet, in your legs, connecting to the earth, to the cushion, to the chair, to the floor in lieu of the earth. Feeling grounded. Allowing the breath to be received in the body, the abdomen, in the lower part of the body, especially, not in the head. Let the center of gravity of your awareness be low in your body to help you settle and arrive, relaxing each muscle, the neck, shoulders, the hands, the arms. Let them relax and soften. Forehead to be soft, the skin to relax the jaw. And letting your breath move through the body on its own. Let your awareness open up, fully open up to receiving the sensations of the breath of the body. The ordinariness. How ordinary. And yet, how extraordinary. The extraordinariness of the ordinary, momentary awareness. our legacy, our life is shaped and formed by these simple moments, these ordinary moments of awareness. And small choices here and there, a tiny choice here, a little choice there, to be aware, to be present. How do we choose to show up in this moment for ourselves and in this world? How do we show up? With presence, with awareness, with distraction. Receiving the breath in the body, just this moment, just here. Connecting with the present moment, not the future or the past, right here, right now. The intimacy of this breath, this moment of aliveness, right on the edge of the present moment, not slipping forward or back. And now I'd like to invite you, while you stay embodied, feeling the breath in the body, in your abdomen, your whole body, bring to your heart someone, some human being you don't know very well. We call them the neutral person, but they may not be neutral. You may have a little bit of like or dislike, tiny bit, it's okay. It might be hard to find someone who's truly, completely neutral for us, but choose someone you don't have a history with. Maybe someone at the grocery store, a barista at a coffee shop, a neighbor. Someone you see walking on the street if you go for walks. Someone you see on television. You really don't know. Or in these days of the pandemic, someone who's delivered something for you, perhaps a delivery person. And let this person be different from you in some way. Their age, their physical abilities, maybe their gender, sexual orientation, race, color, language. Whatever category feels compelling to you to explore. This human being, just like me, just like me, this person wants to be happy. Just like me, they have hopes and dreams. They have a complex inner life of likes, dislikes, sadness, sorrow. Just like me, there are people they care about, people who care about them. Bringing the image of this person, the felt sense of this person as clearly as you can to your mind's eye. Maybe this person likes the same food you like to eat, imagining that both of you enjoying the same. Feel you can, if you can tune into the sense of common humanity. Even though two of you have had different experiences, life experiences. Maybe you have different beliefs, different ideology, different political leanings. And in a fundamental way, this person is a human being just like you, wants to be happy, doesn't want to suffer. If you veer into some areas that might be challenging, realize we're not condoning actions here, but trying to get in touch with common humanity. Hatred never ceases through hatred, but by love alone it is healed. This is an ancient and eternal law, said the Buddha. So how can you connect with the humanity of this person? Can you see the two of you sitting, having tea together, having a chat, hearing about their life story, telling your life story, hearing how their heart has been broken, how they've been sad, how they've been happy, how they've loved, how they've cheered. Seeing how in sitting together and having tea or a cold drink, they're offering you friendliness, they're offering you safety. You offer them the same. Maybe you share similar favorite music or movie or food or drink, and you share it with each other. Smiling, discovering in the fundamental way, in an extraordinary, ordinary way. You're not so different. It is said that if we could know, if we could hear the private sorrows, heartbreaks of even our enemies, our hearts would open to care. understanding, metta. Maybe you discover that they've suffered a similar way, whatever has been most painful in your life, the most challenging aspect of your life. Thus far, they've suffered the same. You share a bond in suffering with this person you don't know, this random human being. It's okay to be creative in this practice, in this cultivation practice. And from a place of seeing their humanity just like me, just like me, just as I want to be safe. This person wants to be safe. Of course, may they be safe. May you be safe. Just as I want to be happy, you want to be happy. I wish you well. May you be happy. Just as I want to be healthy. You too, fellow human, you want to be healthy, to be strong, and may you enjoy health and strength, sharing our goodwill, cultivating our heart, offering our best. And just as I want to have ease in my life, I want to take care of myself happily. You too, fellow human being, may you have ease in your life. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you have ease. And seeing that as you share these silent wishes offer them this free offering of your heart, this free blessing, goodness of your heart, freely offered, cultivated. See that they smile, they feel affected somehow, and they smile and wish you well. Continuing to offer them, cultivating your heart in goodness and metta. And notice how, as you continue to wish them well, offer them metta, as if they're right in front of you, that you feel more relaxed. You feel safe, more safe yourself in their presence, in their imagined presence. Safe, happy, healthy, ease, And for the last moments of this practice, feeling a sense of giving and receiving, and both of you held in goodness of metta. May we both be safe. May we all be safe. May we both be happy. May we both be healthy. May we both have ease. And may our cultivation of metta, goodwill, kindness for others, people different from us, be a cause and condition for happiness, joy, freedom, liberation of all beings everywhere. Their full realization into the nature of life and goodness. May all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings be free. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for your practice. So, I'd love to hear if you would be willing to share what came up for you. What did you notice? What you discovered? What was easy? What was challenging? It's all welcome. We learn, we share our wisdom and our discoveries, our challenges, and we learn together in the Sangha. And if you haven't been sharing for a while, I invite you to share in chat. Actually, sorry, if you haven't been sharing for a while, I invite you to raise your hand. Um, your I guess we used to be a blue hand. Now it's whatever color hand, yellow hand. You can go to participants, or you can go to reactions and raise your hand to share if you're liked, and to unmute yourself, or to share your reflections in chat. So, and now this is the third day that we've been doing metta for the neutral being. And today I tried to introduce maybe just a little bit of challenge, just perhaps if you went that way, as the next category will be someone we have some challenge with. So just kind of warming ourselves for that. But would love to hear your reflections or questions. And as I wait, I hope you'll type and raise your hand. Oh, here, Kevin. Please.
Hey, yeah, I realized that all the love that I'm hoping to receive, I can just give it for others. Um, yeah, it's not like currency that you pass around or anything. It just comes from nowhere and you can just give it out.
I feel touched and moved by what you just said, Kevin, and discovered it's not a currency that you get and you pass, and there's a sense of, oh, I want love and I want to collect. It's like, oh, it just gets generated. There's plenty. You discover the bounty of your own heart. You have so
Yeah,
much to give.
And I think what's interesting after that is I can try to look into where is it coming from.
Let that be a koan because it's already there.
Oh, interesting.
It's self-generated, right?
Hmm.
It's there's so many different metaphors you can use for it. It's self-generated. It's the love of the universe. It's kind of your recycling. It's not really yours. It's just there. It's a fabric of the universe. So there's so many ways you can feel into it. But yeah, lovely. Thank you for sharing that, Kevin. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's great. There is a share. I sent loving kindness to the PBS NewsHour staff. I do not know them, but have become familiar in the last few years. I love it. It's so sweet. Thank you for that. That was very sweet. Another share. The idea of having tea with someone, even someone I don't know well, and being offered the space to tell my life story and have it be listened to and not judged, felt so revolutionary. It's so simple. And why not? But so not conditioned to expect such a thing. Ah, thank you for that reflection. And to offer them the same space. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Why not? Why not, as you said? It's why not? And it's profound how when we give other people that kind of space and are offered that kind of space, even our imagination, um, things thaw. And just to say, imagination here is so important. I, I can talk so long about imagination. I'll just say a couple of things. One my um, from my a guru when I was a child, uh, Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge, so imagination is really important. And then, just another quick thing with science, this has discovers continues to be discovered that what we imagine, for example, if you exert, there was the study I just heard, if you imagine you're exercising, you actually burn more calories and your muscles kind of get exercise. So there's so much, and of course there is a lot of studies in how imagining something, imagining either an interview or imagining a sports event, etc., so prepares you for actually doing it. It's as if you're really doing, your body can't quite discriminate between what you imagine and what is real. So we're preparing ourselves when we're cultivating metta, we're imagining ourselves giving space. Again, it's not a way of willing it to happen. It's not, it's different from some beliefs where the belief is that, oh, what you imagine will happen. This is different. It's more about you're practicing what will become easy for you to actually do in the world. um, so and one reflection on YouTube from Shrikant who said very well said, Kevin. So thank you, Kevin. Your reflection was very helpful to others also. So before you hop off, dear ones, if you think, okay, I'm going to hop off, I invite you to stretch yourself a little bit and see what happens. Stretch your heart. You've just been practicing in your imagination, offering a safe space to others, and others offering a safe space to you. See what happens if you actually do it. And people are going to offer you a safe space, and how revolutionary it can actually be not to be judged and not to judge others. And just the 6-minute interaction coming together. So I really encourage you, if you have to go, if you have a commitment, it's all good, no judgment. But if you can stay and stretch yourself a little bit, please stay and participate in the breakout rooms, as we will get into in a moment. So, um, creating the rooms, and I'm going to open them now. Here we go. Okay, welcome back, everyone. And the rooms are closed. So, um, would love to hear from you. We have just about a minute. Um, yeah, love to hear if you'd like to raise your hand. Okay, Neil, please.
It was lovely meditation. So we talked about how it feels odd, unusual, I don't know, uncomfortable to start to like fill in a stranger's life. That somehow we're like limiting what they are, or we're painting a picture of someone who doesn't exist. I'm just wondering what you think of that, how to deal with it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, I think what's the, here's how we're using this in a skillful way. Not in an unskillful way, but in the skillful way. So because there's so much about so many people that we don't know, so we can't limit or fix someone. They're dimensionless. Their life, the complexity of their life is unfathomable, so we can't really know. Of course, and to limit someone to what we imagine them to be, that's not the idea here. The idea here is that we're using our imagination to f- to feel a sense of connection with a stranger that we probably will feel if we actually sat down and had a conversation, really felt their humanity. So we are um, using our imagination in order to support us with this cultivation, um, and not to and also stay clear that um, this is not what it is. We're not fixing them in in our imagination. So without trying to fix what they are, allowing them to. I mean, their life, they're so much more complex. Their rich inner life is so much more complex than we can possibly imagine it to be. So, I don't know if this speaks to the crux of what you were trying to raise, Neil, about this distinction of, well, what's skillful, what's not skillful, and if it hasn't, tell me if there's something still remaining. If I didn't get it quite right.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe I just need more practice with it. I mean, one of the things I find I try to do is think very generic. I'm sure they laugh, I'm sure they have stomach aches, and a whole bunch of other, really common things. I don't need to know, I can relate to them without knowing why they're laughing, right? I'm sure they have joy at least some of the time, and I'm sure they have, you know, misery with stomach aches and bodily ailments. you know I mean, you mentioned, like, the worst thing, your worst time. I had a kidney stone, right? I mean
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine them with a kidney stone, and it was unpleasant to even think of it as such, right? Kidney
Yeah.
stone, not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, so got it. I get the crux of it. So let me just say one more thing before we end. So the reason for that suggestion is that when we keep it generic, um, our hearts, our minds, our bodies may not quite connect with the common humanity, with the share that, just like me, the way I suffered, just the way I know intimately what this was. Oh, this person. There's something about what our felt experience that can make that sense of connection to another person more light up more. So that's what we're trying to. That's the doorway we're trying to go through to feel that connection to the other person's common humanity. Otherwise, it can stay really generic. Oh yeah, yeah, right. So that study, for example, I mentioned about imagining what some homeless person, imagine what food they like. Oh, imagine they like broccoli. They're eating broccoli. There's a sense of, oh, connection. Creating that sense of, that's the idea. So, just to say, if with generalities you can have that sense of connection to them, that, oh, yeah, I'm sure, then fine, maybe that's sufficient for you. But you feel, oh, with someone who has the same way of it, same, they love someone, they have cried, they've lost someone. If that's the way of entry, then I encourage you to explore that. So I give you freedom. You figure out what works best for you, Neil.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thank you. And dear ones, we have come to the end of yet another happy hour together. Thank you so much for showing up and for practicing cultivating your heart, giving it your best. Um, may you be well, may you be safe, may you wake up, may all beings everywhere be well, happy, safe, and wake up completely. Thanks, everyone.